I swear, officer, those mushrooms are my... Oh, hi there. I'm Dev Melvin, and today we are going to be doing the weirdest facts I could find on the internet. Man, this is going to get creepy and crazy, and you're going to love me for it. The longest time between two twins being born is 87 days. In 2007, an American man named Corey Taylor tried to actually fake his own death in order to get out of the cell phone contract without paying any money. It didn't work, and ultimately his government ended up fining him for fraud. The oldest condoms ever found to date, back in the 1640s, they were used and found in a cesspit at Dudley Castle and were actually made from animal and fish intestines. In 1923, a jockey named Frank Hayes won a race at Belmont Park in New York despite being dead. He actually suffered a heart attack mid-race, but his body stayed in the saddle until his horse crossed the line. And what's sad about that is he actually won by a 20-1 outsider victory, which is a lot. Everyone actually has a unique tongue print, just like fingerprints. Looking at you, Myri. Most Muppets are actually left-handed because most Muppeteers are right-handed, so they operate the head with their favorite hand. Female kangaroos in the wild have 3 vaginas. Yup, 3 vaginas, bro. 3, as in the number that comes after 2, just before 4. Yeah, 3. 3 vaginas. I need a second to process this. It actually cost the U.S. Mint almost twice as much to mint each penny and nickel as the coins were actually worth. Taxpayers lost over $100 million in 2013 just for the coins being made, which actually initially probably led up to the fact that Canada just disbanded the penny. The loneliest creature on Earth is a whale who has been calling out for a mate for over 2 freaking decades, but whose high-pitched voice is so different to other whales that they never respond. During World War II, the crew of a British submarine, HMS Trident, kept a fully grown reindeer, yes, a freaking reindeer called Pollyanna, aboard their vessel for 6 weeks. It was a gift from the Russians. The northern leopard frog swallows its prey using its eyes. It uses them to help push food down its throat by retracting them inside of its head. The first man to urinate on the moon was Buzz Aldrin, shortly after stepping onto the lunar surface. Some fruit flies are genetically resistant to getting drunk, but only if they have an inactive version of a gene scientists have named the happy hour. Experiments show that a certain species of male monkeys will pay to look at females of that species' bottoms. So yes, porn is also viewed by monkeys. There was a dance fever of 1518. It was a month-long plague of inexplicable dancing in Strasbourg, in which hundreds of people danced for about a month for no apparent reason. Several of them actually danced themselves to death. Yeah, you know the phrase, dance till you drop? Well, yeah. In 1993, San Francisco held a court appearance over whether a police officer called Bob Geary was allowed to patrol while carrying a ventriloquist dummy called Brendan O'Smarty. They actually voted that he was allowed to. Sigurd the Mighty, a 9th century Norse Earl of Orkney, yeah, try to say that 7 times fast, was killed by an enemy he actually killed by beheading several hours earlier. He tied the man's head to his horse's saddle, but while riding home on one of its protruding teeth, grazed his leg, and he actually died from the infection. So, you know that whole phrase about karma coming back to bite you? Well, when you decapitate your enemies, don't strap them to your side. They could literally bite you in your ass. A family of people with blue skin lived in Kentucky for many generations. Those people are thought to have gained their blue skin through a combination of inbreeding and a rare genetic condition known as methylgalenioma. The first American film to ever show a toilet being flushed on screen was Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Melting glaciers and icebergs make a distinctive fizzling noise known as Bergy Seltzer. There's actually a glacier called Blood Falls in Antarctica that regularly pours out red liquid, making it look like the ice is bleeding, but it's actually oxidized salty water. In 2008, scientists have actually discovered that a new species of bacteria that lives in hairspray. The top of the Eiffel Tower leans away from the sun. As the metal facing the sun heats up and expands, it can move as much as 7 inches. In World War II, Lieutenant Colonel Mad Jack Churchill was the only British soldier in the World War II known to have killed an enemy soldier with a longbow. Mad Jack insisted on going into battle armed with a medieval bow and a claymore sword. A U.S. park ranger named Roy C. Sullivan held the record for being struck by lightning the most times and surviving, 7 times between 1942 and 1977. He ended up dying in 1983 from a self-inflicted gunshot. Lightning does strike twice, but come on, man, that's a little overdramatic. There's actually an opera house on the U.S.-Canadian border where the stage is on one country and half the audience is in the other. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Dev Melvin. Take a second to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to bring you some more awesome facts next time. I love you guys. Have a nice day.